telling the story of this little young German girl who goes through conflict, and like first she loses her family, and on her way to her foster parents' house, she witnesses the death of her younger brother, and then she has to go bury him, and then her mom like just leaves her at her foster parents' house, and then right there she's kind of mostly abused by her foster mother, but like verbally abused, like she'll like call her pig and stuff like that. And she gets along with her dad like when they first meet, and she connects with him through books. And while at the burial of her brother in the snow, she found the book and she grabbed it. And one day her foster dad found it, and she wanted him to read it, and that's how she began like knowing what words are and how to read, because she was illiterate, and it helps her out throughout the book. I chose this quote, and it says, "I have hated the words and I have loved them, and I hope I have made them right." And those were the words of a girl. And I chose this picture because she spends most of her time down in the basement reading books and learning how to read, and with a lamp, just like it is in the picture. And she has hated words, like, because she learns the words and sometimes she uses them to express herself. And there's an incident in the book where she becomes really good friends with the mayor's wife of that town, and the mayor's wife lets her go into the house to read books. And there's this one time where she gets mad at her, and she tells her these really mean things about the death of her son. And so that's why she can say that she might hate words at the same time. And she has loved them because they have helped her like use them in right ways, because in her house in the basement they're hiding a Jew, and so she has to keep a secret, and she has to help him out. And so the books signify the words that have been given to her and what she has learned. And then because there's light at the books, it's like giving her hope, and like giving her hope to say the right words. And then the door to the basement is like a path to lead her to the right way. This other quote I chose was, "Sometimes I arrive too early, I rush, and some people cling longer to life than expected." And both of them are quotes from Death, and I am a result. This one is a longer quote, but I just chose the last part, which is, "I am a result." And one of the major things in the book is death, and because the book is told by the point of view of death. And so I made this picture in photography, and I used the glasses, and like since they're all like different types of glasses, they're not all the same, and I connected it back to how death has many causes, and that's why it's a result of all these causes. And like some of the causes in the book is injustice, and the different types of injustice are like that war takes away the innocent lives of people, and like there's like, and then that war takes the life away of innocent people, like when the bombing happens, like a bunch of people who weren't like the civilians, they died, and they weren't supposed to die because they had like nothing to do with the war. And then the colors, black and white, contrast of how there's like a constant fight between human nature and like human versus nature, war versus humanity, and how war destroys like humans and the last picture I chose was it's called Sunflower in the Old Factory, and as you can see, like the sunflower is all bright and colorful, and it looks like just grew, and then there's a part where it looks like in the background it's like all old and rusty. And the quote was, "Even death has a heart," and it's also a quote by the point of view of death. And one of the themes that I chose was that even through everything, there's like still love and compassion, because in the book, the Hans family, which is Hans is the father of the girl, and they're the Hubermans, and they still have the love and compassion to take in Liesel, the young German girl, as their foster child and raise her. And then earlier in the book, it describes how her foster father had been saved in World War I because this other Jewish guy called him out so he could stay back and write letters, because the chief needed somebody to write letters, so somebody who had nice handwriting. And so Hans, the foster father, when he was in World War I, he went to go write the letters, but because his Jewish friend had called his name out so that he could write the letters, and if he wouldn't have spoken for him, he would have gone to war with all the rest of his teammates, and they all died. So then the Jewish guy saved his life. So then in return, the Hans, he gives the address to his wife, and then he helps his son, which is the Jewish guy, they're hiding in their basement. And it connects back to that, how through everything and destruction and war, and like how even though he's a German, he doesn't believe in what the Nazis are doing, and he still represents hope through everything that's going for the Jewish people and for the young girl who didn't have